Hey, beautiful friends, welcome back. I'm so excited today. I'm sharing how I'm updating my everyday makeup drawers for the summer. If you're over 40 like me, actually over 50, but don't tell anyone, you know summer makeup needs to be light, glowy, and most importantly, heat and sweat proof. I'll show you the new and trusted products I've added from recent Sephora and Ulta hauls and a few other places, and how I simplify my routine for the hot, busy days of summer. I'm also going to be including a few tried and true products that have stood the test of time for me and that I always reach for in the summer. So let's dive in, my friends. I love that these drawers came with little liners like this. They're kind of a felt material, velvety drawer protectors. They get so dirty. So I'm going to clean these off really well. I'm going to wipe out my drawers really well, clean everything up. Yeah, it's a total summer refresh for my everyday makeup drawers for the summer, and I'm excited. Let's go ahead and get these all cleaned up. And so in the comments section, please share what you use to store your everyday makeup in. Do you have drawers? Do you have a bathroom drawer? How do you store your everyday makeup? What are you loving and what are you using? Do you change your makeup out for the season? I always do. I always have like a really light makeup application in the summer, something that's easy. Summers for us are always super busy. It always feels really good to do like a summer refresh. At least it does for me. Everything kind of just reset everything and, like a fresh start. So apparently I am indeed missing one of these drawer liners, and I will go ahead and leave it out of the bottom drawer, which is going to be this one because it's damaged goods. Now we get to fill these up, load everything up with my new everyday summer makeup routine. Yay! So makeup wipes always stay on top of here, this side. And then on this side is always my brush cleaners. Easy access is what it's all about, especially in the summer. There's so much going on in the summer, at least for us, that I have to be able to come up here and just throw a look together really quickly. Oh, I got two of those. Okay. So putting those there. It's always nice in the summertime to pare down because I just don't use as much. I use lighter products. I don't do as heavy of a makeup look typically. So kind of a light and airy type vibe. So here's my little secret, the Wow hair powder. This stuff's awesome. I use this on my receding hairline when I need to. It comes with this little brush. And yeah, I do use the brush. I also will use like a beauty blender or powder puff sometimes too. That's what that looks like. Yeah, this stays in for sure. Put that right on top for now. I washed all of my beauty blenders and beauty sponges. That felt amazing. I did recently wash all of my brushes. I will be washing them again in a few weeks. If you want to see that, let me know. I can show you a really easy and fast way to clean your brushes. Okay, back to complexion products. So for my mixing mediums, we have the Patrick One Size B12 Base Thinner. This is absolutely staying in for summer. I have just come to love this and I use it just like all the time, you guys. And then there's the Say as well. This is shade Star Glow. And I think this is the lightest shade. So we're going to just kind of compare those. You can see the Patrick Star one has a more pinky color to it, and the Say one has more of a beige color. I really enjoy both of these actually. The Patrick Star one's just a little less tacky, but both are beautiful. Both of them give kind of a pearlescent glow. Yeah, I'm going to keep both of those for now. So the way that I organize my drawers for everyday makeup is I start with complexion products, and I usually have two drawers for those. That's foundations, skin tints, any kind of tinted sunscreens that I want to keep in my room, and then also any kind of mixing medium that I might want to use with those products. Primer, like this new one that I recently got from Ulta, and I've been trying this one out, so I'm going to keep that in rotation. I'm not sure yet if it's a favorite. I have to use it a little bit more yet, and I will get back to you guys on that, but I'm keeping that one in the summer drawer for now. I hauled these recently from Ulta. I had gotten two different colors, and one suits me now, one will suit me more in the deeper days of summer. So I got the shade 2.5 and 2, and I'm really loving these. I mean, they really make your complexion look amazing. And I have dry, dehydrated skin. I'm 54 years old, so that's my skin type. So those are both going into my everyday drawer, as are these. These are a new purchase from Ulta too, the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glotion. And these are just a skin luminizer, essentially. And I really love these too. So I got two shades in these as well, 901 and 902. They're amazing. If you want to see those in action, make sure you're subscribed because I'm going to be using all of these in upcoming videos. Some other things I'm going to be including in here are the Luna concealers. Obviously, my newer Sarah Creel concealer. This is a fave. My Luna, I've been using for years. These are a Korean brand, and Luna is amazing, but it can be kind of hard to get your hands on. Like Yes Style can be at least like a 30-day wait for these, and sometimes they'll even cancel if they're not able to get them. You can try to get some Luna on Amazon. And again, I'll link what I can down below, but any of these three, these are just tried and true, awesome, love. And then this Hourglass Veil Hydrating Skin Tint. Oh yeah, total winner. I love this. This is in shade number 3. I want to get this in shade number 2 for the cooler months too. Shade 3 works just fine for me. And if you've been watching some of my videos, you've seen me use this quite a bit. I've been mixing it a lot with the Patrick Star one size drops, but oh, this is just, it's a gorgeous skin tint, you guys. I love it. On my dry, dehydrated, aging, wrinkly old skin, this looks amazing. So, and I'm pretty particular. Looking into my 30 times magnification mirror can be absolutely daunting and devastating, but it's also a really good way to see if a product is working really well. So I am absolutely in love with this one. So that is staying. And then my tried and true Urban Decay eyelid primer. This is in the shade Sin. If you've been watching my videos, you know I use this all the time. This is the only one I use. I've tried so many lid primers, and with hooded eyes, at least for my hooded eyes, and I have dry, kind of crepey eyelids, but I need a primer. Otherwise, things just get messy. I've tried other ones from Urban Decay and a lot of other brands, and they just don't do the same thing on my lids. This is magical. And that's going in, of course. So another thing that I'm going to definitely be keeping in my makeup drawer, the Peach and Lily Glass Skin Veil Mist. I've been using this before applying any of my complexion products. I love this. It's beautiful. My skin kind of drinks it up, and I just feel like it gives that little bit of extra moisture that my skin needs. So I've been testing this out. This was also part of a recent Ulta haul. So let's see if that fits. Oh, barely. Nice. So that is staying in here too. So next, we're going to move on to blushes, bronzers, and highlighters. To me, nothing says summer like a cream blush and a glowy bronzer. These are kind of the ones I trust to stay put even in the heat of summer. Things need to be easy and airy and breezy and beautiful. I want my skin to glow in the summer, but not in a sweaty kind of way. The heat and humidity can do that for you, depending on your skin type. Again, I have dry, dehydrated, 54-year-old skin, so my skin can really handle some of that moisture and the oils a little bit more maybe. So always keep that in mind. But that's what I go for in the summer. Kind of a no makeup look. And that's why I'm really loving some of the newer sunscreens that are tinted and glowy, because I feel like I can kind of achieve that look so minimalistically. With minimal makeup, I feel like I can achieve that look for summer, and nothing beats that for me. Just paring everything down, keeping things nice and simple and supple. That's the best way I can describe my summer routine. And that goes for really all of the products that I use in my routine, including eyeshadow. Like, I don't use a lot of powder eyeshadow in the summer. I love creams, but it has to be a cream or a liquid shadow that isn't going to move around when I'm sweating, or regardless of what I'm doing that day. Again, if I'm at the beach, the pool, I don't want things sliding off my face. So there has to be kind of a happy medium between something that's going to be too glowy or too moisturizing, I guess. I don't want things to be oily, but I want them to look just really nice and glowy and healthy and youthful. So those are the things we're going to be choosing today overall. Like these new to me Huda Beauty cheek blushes. What is this one in? Cotton Candy. This is beautiful. I love these really soft liquid blushes for summer. They're just easy breezy. The texture just feels nice and it feels easy. This one's new to me too. This is the Armani blush Luminous Silk Cheek Tint. This is more of like a moussey texture, which can also be really nice in the summer. And I just love this peachy color. A little more vibrant for summer, but look at, they can be sheared out just beautifully. I'm really looking forward to the makeup this summer that I picked up. The Huda Beauty one's a little bit more, not glowy, but more of a satin finish, whereas I feel like the Armani one's a little bit more matte. Now, the YSL for me, oh, these are gorgeous. These are absolutely gorgeous. I love them so much. This one is in number 93. These are gorgeous, but they are too heavy for me for summer. Oh, but they're just stunning. These are going to be for sure in my fall and winter everyday makeup drawer. And the Danessa Myricks too. This one is staying. I mean, you guys, I have used this thing. Like, this is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin in Prima Donna. And this is for cheeks and lips. It probably looks kind of heavy because it's a little more pigmented, but it's not. It's super lightweight. You can shear this out. I use a really fluffy, airy brush for application for this one. And I'm telling you, it just, you can apply just a small amount. It just gives that really gorgeous flushed look. And I can't help but reach for this one. I knew I'd have trouble choosing blushes. Now, again, the YSL, that was a no-brainer. That was easy to, you know, pop that out for the summer because it's a heavier product. But here is the Rare Beauty, and I love this one in the color Grateful. Oh, these are gorgeous too. Oh, these are so powdery and just beautiful. But I mean, y'all, look at, oh, they're pigmented, but they can be really sheared out. Look at how gorgeous that is. I do have the Patrick Ta one. I think it's called She Left Me on Red. That one is gorgeous too, but that, again, that's a little heavier for me for summer. But oh, look at that. To me, it's just so pretty. And I want products that I can, you know, go a little heavier with, things that are more buildable. I also have these Kosas ones. This one is in Bliss, and these are really nice too. I feel like these have not had much of a moment just because there were so many blush releases this season. It's just so like creamy, powdery. It's more powdery than the Rare Beauty. Okay, such a sheer moment, but I just love that super light color. Yeah, very nice. These are a little more chalky, but not in a bad way. Just more powdery. But they look beautiful too. And I love that just that light wash of color that you can get from the Kosas. Now, the Merit. These are all staying. I'm not a huge fan of the packaging just for storage purposes. You know, you can't like stack them or anything. It's just not my preference, but I do enjoy using these because if you need to in a quick moment, you can just swipe these right on your cheek. I typically don't do that. I typically use a brush, but these are gorgeous too. These are super sheer. This one is in Lusitano, I believe. Yeah. These are, oh, I love these so much. Look at, I mean, they're perfect for summer. I know that I'm going to grab for these constantly this summer. This one is in Le Bon Bon. Look at how gorgeous. Stunning. And this one I think is Beverly Hills. Yeah. This is the first one I purchased and I loved it so much. I bought two more. This is a really nice natural nude cheek moment in the Beverly Hills. But look at how gorgeous. So let's shear those out a little bit. Merit has quickly become a favorite brand for me, honestly. It's just beautiful. And then we have the Say blush as well. This is the Super Suede blush, and this is in the color Mia. Am I going to keep this in for summer though? Let's do a swatchy swatch. Oh, they're just silky soft. Silky soft, y'all. These have a little bit more of a sheen to them, I guess, for lack of better words. And yeah, I don't hate it. Yeah, that's staying too. I knew blushes were going to be tough. This NARS here, this is a concealer. Actually, I'm going to keep this in because if every so often I get a blemish or something, And I just use a really fine tip brush or eye brush, and I just dot that on the little blemish or something, and it just covers it right up. It blends it right in. Can't even see it. Contour and bronzers. Makeup by Mario. That's another one I really love. It's so good. Gorgeous texture. That's super easy to work with. This is the light medium. This is a good color. I actually use this a lot in my eye crease. Also, the Westman Atelier Sun Drops, I think they're called. These are gorgeous too. Give those a shake. I love these too. These are, I don't know, there's something unique about these in my collection anyway. They're liquid, but it's the color too. It's got more of a terracotta-ish, leaning a little bit red, and I like that. There's something about those drops. I absolutely love them. So those are staying in. Wow, I have a lot more bronzers than I thought. I'm not leaving out my Gucci. This is in the shade 01. This is a bronzing powder. This is the only powder I'm going to keep in for the summer because it's kind of light and airy, and this is always a winner. And I love this for the summer. Something I just reach for quick and easy. Know it's going to look amazing. That one is staying. Again, that's the only bronzer powder that I'm keeping in rotation for the summer. The rest that I have that are powder, they're gorgeous, but they're a little heavier for summer. So this is the only one staying for summer. Okay, so let's go into the Dior because these are a contour, technically speaking, but I believe on the site they're kind of touted as both like a contour slash bronzer, like a bronzer. This is the shade 03 Medium. I like this. I know I'll use this quite a bit in the summer when I'm a little more tan, or if I want to fake it till I make it. I want to look like I'm tan. And this one is 0 Light. Easy application, easy to use, super buttery, and easy to blend out. Yeah, they're just so soft and buttery. I really love these too. I mean, I'm barely putting any pressure down with my finger, y'all, and it's butter, I'm telling you. So that's the two different shades of that. Last, but certainly not least, for the contour is the Rare Beauty. This is in the shade Gentle. I believe this is the lightest shade, if I'm not mistaken. Doe Foot applicator. And I do enjoy this. I haven't used it as much as some of my other products, but oh yeah, that's beautiful. Now, this is one of those things, kind of like the Westman Atelier drops. Light hand, my friends, light hand, like a quarter of what I just used would be perfect for my entire face. That's if I use it on my entire face, not just a contour. So it is beautiful though. Look at that color. And I believe that is what we're keeping for contour and bronzer for summer. And I feel like that's some great options in here. Yeah, I'm excited. This just makes me so excited to do a makeup look. Okay, I'm gonna start putting away the skin prep and complexion products first and foremost. It's gonna be a heavy top drawer, my friends. Mixers, or mixing medium. I don't think I swatched these for you guys. This is the shade 2.5. And these are definitely going in here, so I'll give them a good shake before I give them a swatchy swatch. This is shade 2. Shade 2 works really well for me right now, but shade 2.5 can work in a pinch, but I think the shade 2.5 will work really well for the deeper summer months when I have a little bit more color. I've used it a couple times on my skin now, and I'm telling you guys, it just made my skin look really perfected and blurred. So these are the L'Oreal Lumi. So this one is 901. These are a little thicker. And again, these are skin luminizers. And I feel like these can rival the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood filter. This guy right here. Actually, let's compare. I have the shade 1 here in the Charlotte Tilbury. All right, so this is the Charlotte Tilbury here. Flawless filter. Still love her. She's gorgeous. Here is the darker shade of the Lumi, trying not to mix those together, and then here's the lightest shade. Like, you know what? I think those might rival the Charlotte Tilbury at a fraction of the price. So I've been using my little travel size Charlotte Tilbury. This is the setting powder in 1 Fair. And I've been using this little travel size just because it takes up less space. I probably wouldn't need to in the summer because I think I do have fewer products here, but I love this powder. This is so beautifully blurring, and it just doesn't feel like powder on my skin. It's a beautiful powder. I use this one, and I don't know, can you see that? It's blurring. It literally blurred out those pores. And then the other powder I use a lot, this is, mostly I use this under my eyes. This is the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder for under eyes. I've been using this for, I don't even know, like years, y'all. Years and years and years. And a little goes a long way. But this is so good for brightening under the eyes as intended. I used a lot there just to show you. Hopefully you can see that, but oh, I just love it so much. Yep, so these are the 2 powders I typically go to. Love them both. So that's it for powders. Okay, I think that's, oh, and I'm also going to put this lid primer in with this stuff because this is what goes on my face first. All right, so this is let's change these around a little bit. So this is drawer number 1, first application. I think I have everything I need there. And then here's drawer number 2. So we have our concealers, powders, eye primer, and then I think since I have room, I'm going to put my eyebrow products in here for the summer. I'm going to keep the Anastasia Beverly Hills Ash Brown Brow Powder Duo in summer rotation. 2 colors in here. I typically kind of gravitate toward the left side. It's a little bit more cooler brown, or like almost a gray brown. And that is those. These are so nice. I always go back to this at some point or another. Always. And then I will also add my MAC number, whatever that number is that I can no longer see. I'm going to add this little angled brush, which I just spoke about in my recent brush collection video. So this is going to go in the drawer with my brow powder. And then I grabbed this NYX brow pencil or brow liner, brow tint pen, it's called. This is in the shade Ash Brown, and I want to revisit this. It's a little light for me, but I want to try it out. I do like NYX. It's pretty nice. So we're going to put that in there because we're going to be working with that a little more. Let's see. What have we got here from Precisely My Brow Pencil from Urban Decay. The Ultra Fine Brow Defining Pencil. And this one's in gray. And this one, number 4. Just number 4, I guess. That's all I can see on there. So they do work well. I really enjoy these pens. This one I've used a lot, the gray one. I'm probably getting close to the end of this one. That is a much better color. Yeah, see, that one is super warm. And it's like, it doesn't look as warm until I put it next to the gray. What I need is a taupey color that lands between the 2 of these. Like, it has to be somewhere in between. Like, combine these 2 colors and we have perfection for my hair anyway. Even if it says taupe, it's warm for me. So I'm going to keep these and you know, I'll just use them together, kind of mix them up a little bit. And we'll keep both of those in there for now. So I wanted to get more of these in the Sephora sale and I forgot. But okay, so this is Dior Show Brow Styler, and this is in the shade 002 Dark Brown. And I love that it has the color like right here, but as you can see, hopefully you can see, it's almost like a grayish brown. It's a little bit blonde-ish, and it's a nice fine tip on there. See, it's just kind of like, it does really well for right now. It's not quite as warm as that color from Benefit, and it's not quite as gray as that one. So, and this, and then of course, of course my Rare Beauty eyebrow gel is going in here. This is just holy grail right now. I'm keeping this too in with my powders. I love this scent for powdering, and this scent is just a really good multitasker. And so this is definitely going in this drawer. So yeah, I've pared down a lot. Now let's move on to the contour bronzer drawer. Putting both the Dior there. And make sure I put them in order so that I just can grab easily. So light, medium, and then we have, of course, our Rare Beauty contour. And then I have Mario and Gucci in there. And Gucci Westman. I don't think I can fit all the blushes in here. I think they're going to need their very own drawer because they're just being kind of selfish like that. Let's see, because if I can, it would be kind of nice to be able to have all my blushes in here too, but I don't want to have to fumble around. I want to be able to easily grab things, you know, when I need them. So that's, again, part of the whole summer thing for me. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So I think, okay, so for these two are a little similar in my opinion as far as consistency goes or texture. Not color though. You know, let's go ahead and swatch these all next to each other. That could be really fun. Let's do that. Because I really want you all to see. That one's super light. I hope you can see that though. It's very peachy kind of. And then this is the Say Mia. Oh, I really love that color. Mia, that's gorgeous. Here is Danessa Myricks. Again, this is in Prima Donna. I'm obviously, as you can probably tell, I'm in love with that product. It's just, oh, it goes on like a powder. It feels like a creamy mousse, and it goes on like a moussey powder. It's just, that's the best way I can describe it. And I love that color. It just brings life to my face. And this Rare Beauty one, specifically in the color Grateful, it's just, oh, it's the same thing. It's just beautiful. Look, I mean, it just feels, it's just fun to even put my finger in that. It's, look at that, stunning. And then Huda, let's see, this is again Cotton Candy. Oh, this smells delicious. And then we have our Armani. I'll have to get the shade name of this again because I don't know what this shade is. Okay, so, I mean, look at how far that goes. Like, I could do my cheeks and 2 other people's cheeks with that one tiny little dot. And that's the Armani. I'm pretty sure I can fit all of these. This is fantastic. Oh yeah, baby. Okay, that's amazing. I'm so happy right now. I think I'm gonna keep face products in here. So let's do highlighter here. Oh, I have so much room. I have 2 Dior here. Go figure. Nude Luminizer in the shade 01, I believe. And then this one is the, oh, these are so hard to read when they're reflective. Dior Forever Glow Luminizer in 02 Gold Halo. And this Gold Halo one I picked up in the recent Sephora sale, in the spring sale. Look at how pretty. Look at, I love them both. They're both staying for sure. And this is the Gucci. Gosh, I love this one too. They're just so pretty. I love highlighter. I'm gonna put her down here. She's got a little bit of a pinky gold shift with just tiny flecks of maybe yellowish gold in there. And then this one from Dior has that gold, true gold. The other one is more of a silvery color. And then the Rare Beauty, this is the one in Exhilarate. This is the more gold toned one. This thing is powerful. Her highlighters are pretty powerful. So boy, those are kind of comparable, at least to my eye right now. I think the one from Rare Beauty, maybe just a little more reflect for sure, and a little less gold. It's like if these two maybe had a baby and turned into this one here. And then also, I'm keeping this one in. I will always, always keep this Westman Atelier Lit Up Highlight Stick Illuminator. This is in the shade Nectar. This is so easy, one and done. I mean, just gorgeous. Wet, makes you look kind of dewy. Beautiful, sits well on the skin. If you have mature skin like me, it's perfection. Love the magnetic closure on these. Super travel friendly. I mean, I love all of these for different reasons, but I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty. Sorry for insulting your eardrums, my friends. Okay, so all of these are staying in summer. I really don't need to stack them, I don't think. And then, so this, Charlotte Tilbury, this again is the Nudegasm Face Palette. And this is going to be great for me for kind of midsummer. This has like the kind of contour colors here, a bronzy color, and a couple of highlight shades. You know, most of the time I just swish my brush and mix all of them together because it's just so fun. Look how beautiful that is. Whew. And it's a really nice formulation. It does not show texture on my skin. She is going in. Okay, so I have the Charlotte Tilbury Instant Look in a Palette. These are filthy, y'all. I'm so sorry, but it is what it is. This is the Instant Look in a Palette, 5-minute face on the go. Oh yeah, I love this palette so much. And this is the Cover FX Perfector Face Palette. These two are two of the few actual legitimate face palettes that I've kept. And I hope you can see why. They are both stunning, you guys, and I really just don't know. Well, we'll keep this one for the summer. Although this one, I love that it has this super dark gray shade in it. I'm gonna keep them both for now. I think I'll put my face palettes in here. Can I fit them in here? Yeah, so I'm gonna put those there. There we go, that's good. So I have two face palettes and then I have highlighters. Happy with that. Now, eyeshadow. In the summer, I like to keep it simple and kind of smudge proof. I'll usually just swipe a cream shadow over my lid, add a little waterproof mascara and be done. Or I'll take an eyeshadow pencil and swipe that on my eye, feather it out a little bit, and just create a little dimension on my eye, and then again waterproof mascara and call it a day. But I think I am going to pick out one or two eye palettes just to have. But I also found this NYX Thick It Stick It eyebrow gel. This is in taupe, and I'm going to revisit this too. This is actually a really nice brow gel, so I'm going to add that in because I want to continue to use this before it dries up. So she's going in there too. This Danessa Myricks Groundwork Blooming Romance palette. Oh, these are just so pretty. Oh, this smells really good too. But like, I'm just gonna swatch a couple of these. The right side, I believe, is the powder side and the left is the cream. Yeah, I think this is gonna have to stay. Look at, because I can get so much variety out of just this one palette. I mean, we have cream, we have powder, we have a variety of colors to choose from. Yeah. That one's going in. Just gonna live right there for the summer. This is new to my collection. This is the Fenty Beauty eyeshadow stick. Oh, look at that. Pretty. Oh yeah. Obviously that is staying. So we have the NARS Velvet Shadow Stick. Don't know the shade name of this one, but I feel like those two would pair nicely together. Make a little mental note of that. And then we have the Nabla Cupid's Arrow Stylo. It's called Arrow number 1 Nude. Over here. That's pretty. I really like that. And then we have Laura Mercier Au Naturel Caviar Stick Eye Color. These are good. Gosh, that's pretty too. A little bit of a cooler, shimmery. Gosh. So much beauty. So much beauty. Here's another Laura Mercier. Reflective packaging is beautiful until you have to read something off of it. Bed of Roses, this one's called. If you have to read on it, it is just painstaking. That's beautiful. I like that. Natural neutral pink. And then we have the Thrive Cosmetics Miko. Very faint, soft pink moment. And this one is in Stella. Gold-ish. And then we have, oh yeah, we have this one. This is another Laura Mercier. Strike a Rose. Pretty, kind of a rose gold. And then another Laura Mercier. What is this one? Intense Moonlight. It's another kind of light beige. And then we're moving on to the Too Faced Quickie Queen Chocolate Sprinkles. I love this one. That I'll use a lot for sure. This one, don't remember. Pretty, very similar to the Laura Mercier. And last but not least, the Quickie Queen. These are really beautiful though. I like these a lot. And then here's my little mixer for my liquid eyeshadows or cream. Keep that in there. As you guys can probably tell, it's a lot of neutral-esque colors, but that's what I like in the summer. I do a lot of bronzy looks and so on and so forth. So I like to keep it simple, and this is just what I like. I brought over the rest of these Too Faced Quickie Queen eyeshadow sticks because I want them all in here. I really like these. So I'm gonna go ahead, and they're so pretty. Look at that. So aesthetically pleasing too. So we're gonna put these in here with the rest of these. And then this Armani liquid eyeshadow in the shade 22M. This is definitely going in there. I really want to get a few more shades of this. They're amazing. Look at that. They almost have like a powdery feel to them, and they smooth out effortlessly. They're super quick and easy, one and done. Sometimes I'll pop a little shimmer on top or whatever. They blend out like a dream. Last all day on my dry, crepey lids. No creasing on my hooded eyes, and I just love them. So here's the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Smoke. I'm looking for things that I can use in different ways and, you know, long-lasting, sweat-proof, waterproof if need be. These Urban Decay eyeliners are incredible. The Sephora eyeliners are also really nice. This is the Colorful Crayon Contour Pencil 12-hour, and this is in the shade Storm, I think that says. Another gray, go figure. Grayish. This one's leaning a little more brown. Beautiful. I love them both. Those are both staying. This is the Lith High Definition Gel Eyes Liner. This is definitely staying. This is in the shade Coffee Bean. Here's the brush. Really nice brush on that end. And this is what I've been using to tightline. Gorgeous. So keeping this. So I think eyeliner, I'm going to go the next drawer down. All right, so we also have these. These are some other liquid eyeshadows. These are from Danessa Myricks. These are the eyeshadow pots from Westman Atelier. And then here's the other Armani eyeshadow that I have. This is in 67S. It's so pretty. And this, you know, it has enough of a base pigment to wear it alone, but it can also be used as a really beautiful topper. So we're putting that in there. Just gorgeous. So the Danessa Myricks Color Fix Mattes. This one is in the shade Exposed. I mean, that would be way too much for both my lids. These are pigmented. I'm trying to just get like a tiny bit out. I'm not about wasting products, my friends. This one I also cannot see, so I will pop that up on the screen. Here they are in all their beautiful glory. These two wear impeccably. These are, wow. In case you haven't noticed, I'm a big fan of Danessa Myricks. Her products, I think they're so underrated. Like, I feel like everything I have of hers is gold. Look at those. They're stunning. No creasing. I mean, just gorgeous, pigmented, beautiful, gorgeous colors. I mean, I just love every single one of these. They're beautiful. And I don't like wasting it. So I hate that I just got too much out. I think that's my only, like the only drawback to those tubes maybe is that it's kind of hard to control how much you get out, but it's all right. They're worth it in my opinion. So these pots, now these are from Westman Atelier. They are magnetic if you haven't seen them before. And I have the set in Chocolat, Tabac, I don't know. and niece. So these, oh, we're having a magnetic moment. These are interesting. I don't love the formulation of these because I feel like they can be kind of, okay, they can be kind of tough to work with at times. They apply a little bit difficult for me. So here's where these brushes come in of Westman Atelier to get these eyeshadows out of these pots. And the eyeshadow brush is a little big. I think, you know, I have a smaller one just like this. So let's pretend this is it. I just can't find it at the moment. Go figure. But I want to show you guys, it's hard getting the product out of here. That's why we have this brush. But even still, like, I feel like I have to just dig. Like, I have to give so much pressure. And then I feel like there's not a lot of payoff. See? Like, I really dug in there. I like the eyeshadows. I like the way they look and the way that they perform. But getting them out of these pots is tricky. And I feel like there's just not much payoff there. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't always need super pigmented eyeshadows. But if I'm going to have to work that hard, like, I don't want to have to be dipping back in 20 times. But I'm going to use them because I have them. And they are very pretty once they're on the eyes. But look at, like, there's hardly any payoff there. So, and then for this one, I'm going to go in with my finger because the brush is dirty. And I can't find my other one. But even digging in there with my finger, I feel like the payoff is minimal. So would I recommend these? I would not. I would not recommend you going out and buying these. Will I use them this summer? I will, because I have them. And I'm not about to let them go to waste because these were not cheap. Would I buy more of them? I definitely would not. I wouldn't. I think even if they were in a different style pot, that's just like the icing on the cake, the really bad cake and the really disgusting frosting is the packaging. I think I'm going to put all of these eyeshadow sticks in this drawer here. Just going to do some rearranging here. Like I said, guys, real time. And keep the eyeshadows in here, the liquid and the powder. And then we're going to put liquid, powder, cream. Eyeshadows are going in here. And then all of my eyeshadow pencils or sticks and eyeliner going in here. And since the only thing I really use this brush for is these Westman Atelier eyeshadow pots, I'm going to put this brush right in here with them. We're going to move on to mascara now. Obviously, we need our eyelash curler, and I have another one here too. So I'm going to put both of my eyelash curlers in here because I'm always reaching for those. Eyelash curlers there. And then I've got another hair product here. This is the Finishing Hair Cream, and it's just like a little cream that helps to tame your hair. Any like little flyaways that you have, it works quite well. Mascara. This is going to be a tough one because I have a lot here, like a lot. And some of these I'm kind of testing out yet. Some of them are tried and true that I just love. I know that I'm going to use my waterline pencils here, and I have two of them. I have the Tarte Fake Awake, which I absolutely love. And then I also have this Ultimate Brow Highlighter. This is from Wet n Wild. This is really old, and I'm pretty sure you can't get this anymore, but you know, I have it, so I do use it once in a while. So those are going in here because these are pretty much my last step after I curl my lashes. I have this new Prada mascara, which is incredible. I absolutely love this. I'm keeping that. It's not waterproof though, and I haven't tested it long enough to know if I'm going to end up with like mascara all over my face. But I love the way it makes my lashes look. Oh, and I really love this Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara in brown. That is gorgeous. Gives a super feathery, beautiful, princessy look. And then I have my Charlotte Tilbury Exagger Eyes Volume Mascara. I love that. That lasts me all day. I also love this Benefit Fan Fest. This is gorgeous too. That also lasts all day. So these two are tried and true. I know they're good. These two, beautiful. Have to do a little further testing on those to see how they hold up in the sweat and heat of summer. I do like the Sarah Creel. This is a tubing mascara. I have to experiment with this a little bit more. And this is the Tartelette tubing mascara. You know, I tried this once, wasn't super fond of it, but one of my friends loves it, so I'm gonna try it again and see if, you know, things turn out differently for me. Some of these mascaras are just really heavy for the summer, so they'll be kind of waiting in the wings. But my Heroin Make, these are just, yeah, these will always be with me forever, every single day, all year long. This one's the Heroin Make Long and Curl Mascara, Advanced Film. These are like water, hurricane, everything proof. These are incredible. And here is the same one, but this is the Volume and Curl. These actually help to curl your lashes, and they're just incredible. Waterproof, but they are very difficult to remove, so you have to have the remover. Stay tuned for my Asian beauty video coming soon, where I'm showing you all of my Asian beauty, and I'll show you what I use to remove these in that video. I have a couple of eyelash primers. So this is Lancome Booster something mascara. So this is like a primer. And then I have to do a little more testing on this. But I also have this one. This is the Estee Lauder Little Black Primer. And I'll be using that too. See if that makes any difference. This one I'm actually going to use. This is the Lancome Idole Flutter Extension Mascara. I really like this one too. So that's going to stay in for summer. And then new to my collection is the Sweet Beauty Pro Lash Lift Mascara. I have not tried this yet. I'm super excited to try this one out. That's how the wand looks. So yes, there's a lot of mascaras. We're gonna give them all a whirl. And then, last but not least, lip products. I have 4 of these from Fenty Beauty. These are awesome. I love all of them, but I'm gonna have to pare it down to 2 of these for the summer. And I already know one is gonna be this hot pink color. This is, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to put that on the screen for you guys, but look at this. Beautiful. So that's gonna go into summer. And then we're gonna use this lighter, kind of peachy toned one. These are so pretty and they smell delicious, like I wanna eat them. These, I'm gonna control myself and they're gonna go into the winter stash for now. I'm keeping every single one of the Get Stoned Glit Balm lippies in my collection because I love them all. I will link that video down below too, where I try all of these on for you. This one's Smack. This one is Tempt. Oh, they're so pretty, you guys. This one is Slip. And I have Throb in my purse. But look at these are exactly what they say. They're like a balm. And I'm going to put a link for these down in the description box too, because the gal who developed these and sells them, she developed these because she wanted like a balm that was glittery. And boy, did she nail it, let me tell you. These are gorgeous. Y'all, I have my Tom Ford ones in my purse too. So, but I have a new Tom Ford shade. I just hauled this one recently. You may have seen that video. It's a YouTube short. And Tom Ford lipsticks, any Tom Ford lip products are incredible. Like I can just buy any of his lip products and I know they're going to be incredible. Just have to choose a type and a color. But look at that. Gorgeous for summer, for a nice nude moment or a bronze moment. I also have this new MAC shade in Acting Natural. I just purchased this in an Ulta haul and I love this shade too. This is a really nude, even for me with my fair skin, but it's kind of a neutral brown nude. Gorgeous. Keeping that in there. I'm gonna need to pick out some lip toppers too. The only one I have right now is this new to me Lawless Forget the Filler. This is lip plumping, and I've sworn off lip plumpers forever after the YSL debacle because those things burn the heck out of my lips and it took them a few days to recover from that. But this one, I don't really feel anything with this, maybe just a little cooling, but I really like it. It's so pretty. Smells delicious, and it's just a nice little glossy moment. I love that it's sticky at first, but it doesn't like stay super tacky on my lips once it dries down, and I don't get those gross lines between my lips when I open and close my mouth, which that just always grosses me out. I don't like that, but this is gorgeous. So this is staying in. Lip pencils, definitely going to keep the Glossier one in there. This is in the shade Hold. I picked this up. I think I got this in the Sephora spring sale. This is beautiful. And then I'm going to show you these two. This is an oldie but goodie for me from Tom Ford. This is Nude Vanilla lip color. And I mean, I've used this so much. I don't even know. There's still quite a bit left. But this is just, it's such a beautiful peachy nude. And again, it's so nice, even on matured lips and my dry, chapped lips. And then here's a newer Tom Ford. This is another lipstick that I'm also going to keep in here. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Not a very good swatch. There we go. But these are gorgeous, stunning. Can't go wrong. As far as I'm concerned, you cannot go wrong with a Tom Ford lip product. They're beautiful. Other than the 3 lip products in my purse, this is going to do really well. So I'm going to put, well, I have to use this up, this little bit of setting spray from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm also going to use this up. This is the Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. This is really pretty. I feel like this was underrated too. I've had this for quite a while. I need to use it up. So I'm putting both of these in here. Those should get me through at least half the summer. I'm going to put all of this stuff away and then I'm going to show you how everything looks. I'm pretty excited about it, y'all. All right, my friends, that is my summer everyday makeup drawer refresh. I hope this gave you some inspiration to simplify and glow up your summer beauty routine. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your summer makeup must-haves in the comments below. I'd love to know what you're loving. Stay cool, stay beautiful. I'll see you next time. Bye.